Hi, I'm Kenny. Every year, there are many Canada immigration applications refused by the financial requirement, including temporary resident programs such as temporary resident visa and study permit, and permanent residence program as well, especially the economic class. The officer isn't satisfied that the applicant has sufficient funds to support their stay in Canada. To help this situation, I have prepared a set of courses about how to satisfy the financial requirement. And this video is about the precaution before you pay for this course. Now let's start. First of all, let me clarify that this course isn't telling you how much money you are gonna need for each program you are applying for. For that purpose, I will prepare other sets of courses for each immigration program individually. So stay tuned. This course is either not a step-by-step guide, it does not provide a checklist, and it's not telling you which forms to fill, and it's not for you if you just want a template or something like that. This course is about the legal principle and the inner logic to interpret the law. It introduces the theory and practice for my gold standard of twofold approach to satisfy the financial requirement. And I also included many practical tips and useful tricks that you can apply in your application. For your better understanding of this twofold approach, and more importantly, to make sure you understand how to apply this method into your application, I'm sharing my 6 cases, including 2 applications for temporary resident visa and 4 applications for a study permit, to apply, explain, and examine this twofold approach. Through this course, I believe you can figure out what kind of documents you need to provide in your own case. Although these cases only involve temporary resident visa and study permit applications, for sure it's applicable to any other Canada immigration program, as long as you understand and feel comfortable to my rationale. A very important note is that this course is for the financial requirement under the eligibility requirement. It is not about the admissibility requirement under Article 39 of the ARPA. Probably many of you have no idea what I was just talking about. Therefore, to make sure you can completely understand this course, you would need firstly to watch these videos if you haven't done so. The basics of Canada immigration law, ARPA and ARPR. The eligibility and admissibility in Canada immigration. The burden of proof and standard of proof in Canada immigration. And a special standard of proof in Canada immigration, which has reasonable ground to believe. Although this video is not necessary for you to understand this course, it would deepen your understanding about the standard of proof, which is very important for you to learn this course. When you finish all these videos, and you are ready to go ahead to buy, here are what you will receive after you pay. The access to the video course of more than 70 minutes, the quiz about the video course that you can test how much you learn from these videos with, the access to a private online community where you can discuss with other peers, and of course to ask me questions. Lastly, the updated course in the future, if for whatever reason it's updated later. Any people who are interested in this course are welcome to go ahead. But I believe this course is particularly helpful for certain groups of people. For example, if you are an applicant or the parent on behalf of an applicant, either you are going to do it yourself, or if you hire a representative, but you still want to know about it yourself. If you are an unregulated Canadian immigration consultant or unregulated international student immigration advisor, especially if you are just newly licensed, and you kind of have no idea where to start, just have a case refused by the financial requirement, or simply you just have a client asking you questions, and you don't know how to answer them perfectly. The third group would be any other practitioner in this industry, for example, the international student recruiter in a Canadian school, if you feel you need to understand the study permit application better to help with your job. Besides any other people, if you know where to find the checklist and the forms, you understand and recognize my most opinions and the logic behind. You want to maximize the chance of winning. You are prepared to spend time and effort to learn some knowledge. And you understand that there is no guarantee that your application would be approved. As long as you have all these qualities, you are more than welcome to learn with me on your way to Canada. On the other hand, I also tried to figure out what kind of people may not buy this course. For example, you are applying for a Canada immigration program, and you don't have time or is not willing to learn. In this case, you probably go to an RCIC instead of buying this course. You don't really understand these videos, or feel the same or even close to my most opinions. You just want to pay for the visa, not for the knowledge itself. Well, in this case, I need to remind you that it can be very dangerous, or you feel not comfortable with my video. For example, you are not okay with my English, or you simply dislike my looking for whatever the reason is. Don't force yourself, it's totally not necessary. Don't pay yet when you are still hesitating. You can always look around in the ocean of online resources until you are more ready and feel comfortable to go ahead. If you make your decision to go ahead and pay for this course, and you feel dissatisfied, don't worry, just let me know. Your dissatisfaction drives my continuous improvement. So see you in the course.